I'm at Southerly at South Bay Compartments with Rona Brinlee of the BookMark and Neptune, and we're going to be talking about some summer reads. And you've got a big spread here, so where do we start?
Well, you know, everybody has a different idea of what a good summer read is. That's why there has to be something for everybody. Some people want a paperback, some people want something easy, and some people just want to read that book that they've been waiting to read and now they have time. But I had to start with Dave Barry, Swamp Story, because he's the humorist of Florida. And this is a story of strange characters that only Florida can have, who are doing strange things. One dresses up with the head of Dora the Explorer costume. One takes TikTok videos of a monster and posts a swamp monster and posts them online. And one woman has found a treasure, and she thinks this is her ticket out of town. But somebody else wants the treasure, so they're after
a little bit of a struggle. There's always got to be a conflict.
There has to be a chase or a conflict, and there's, you know, a python and some crazy people, and it's Florida, so anything you think is going to happen, it's not. It's going to go completely wrong.
Now, is it a light read because of the content in it? It sounds
it's very funny.
Okay, good.
He's always very funny.
Oh, that author?
He always is funny, so you were in for a good romp.
All right, what about this one?
Oh, the next one. This is Tom Hanks, the great actor, Tom Hanks, and the annoying thing about him is he's also a great writer.
I was about to say, I didn't even know he was an author.
I know, isn't that terrible? He does everything well, you know? I mean, to me, that's annoying. So his first book, which is in paperback, Uncommon Type, is short stories, and he loves typewriters, and he collects them. And this one is about, what else, making movies. So it's a great mega movie that's being made, and he gives you all, it's a novel, but he gives you all the inside scoop of who the people are and what it takes to make a movie, how easily it can go off the rails and things can go terribly wrong. But he's been in so many good stories, he knows how to tell a good story.
True, that's a good point. I would definitely have to check out.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed.
Okay. And it's funny, I noticed too, you got three books here with the name Emma as the author. So what's the first Emma?
Well, that was very subconscious, actually.
Nice.
Emma Klein, The Guest. This is what I would call creepy good.
Ooh, I like that kind of stuff.
I actually love this story. This is about a 22-year-old woman who just thinks she's irresistible and all that and can do whatever she wants. And in fact, she's really worn out her welcome just about everywhere. And so the last place she's worn out her welcome is with an older man who she was living with on Long Island for the summer, and he's now kicked her out, but she figures she can get her way back in because she has a plan.
Oh.
This is like watching a train wreck.
Oh, Lord.
You know that it's not going to go well, and you can't take your eyes off it because you're just waiting for that wreck. And there's something about the way that this author writes that you are all in. You've got to follow this woman to the very end and watch the train wreck.
So a page-turner for sure.
It is, oddly enough. And her first book, The Girls, was about a woman who's seduced by a cult, also a paperback if you're looking for a paperback. And one-word titles, but very complicated, wonderful stories.
All right. What do we have here? Trust?
Trust is new in paperback, and it just won the Pulitzer.
Oh, very nice.
I know. I'm so excited because I fell in love with this book a year ago, and so I feel so smart that I picked it. And it's with Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver because they both won the Pulitzer. But Trust is set in the 1920s, and it's about a man who's very wealthy, and not only does he survive the crash, but he thrives during the crash. And interestingly, he thrives because in the old days, before there was computer, there was a pause in the trading, and if you knew what to do, you could make money on the pause. And that's how he makes money. And his wife has passed away, and somebody wrote a book about her, and he doesn't like how she's portrayed. So he hires somebody else to write a book about her, and then they find her diaries. And the question really is which is really the true story? Is the fiction more true than the nonfiction? Is her version more true, or are they all biased in some way?
Interesting.
It is so layered and wonderful.
Have to find out.
Fantastic.
This time tomorrow.
Another Emma for you.
Yes.
Right? Also brand new in paperback, Emma Straub. This is about a woman. She's just celebrated her 40th birthday. She's very close to her father, and he's ill in the hospital. So she goes to sleep, and she wakes up, and she's time traveling. She's now 16.
Oh.
Getting ready to celebrate her 16th birthday. Her father is well and fine, and she sees all these things in him she didn't see before, and she wonders if there's something she would have done different now that she knows him better.
I like that.
I know, it's a great
really
time
cool.
travel.
Yeah, that's really neat. Bad summer people. I don't know, is that, I mean, I hope we don't have a bad summer.
No, it's the people, not the summer.
Okay,
the English language is very ambiguous, but that just screams summer mystery. This is about all the beautiful people who go to Long Island, and they're all just awful. You know, they all just think they're great, but they're wealthy, and they're self-centered, and they're awful, and they are just tempted to do the wrong thing, and they very rarely ignore that temptation. And there's a dead body.
Oh, of course, you gotta have that, right?
So it's a great mystery, and it is fun too. It's actually fun. If you look at the cover, you can see that it's fun.
And The French Art of Living Well.
So these two are fun nonfiction. So some people like nonfiction.
Oh, yeah.
The French Art of Living Well is if you can't travel, but you'd like to go to France. This is how it's so wonderful to be French. It starts with the food. You know, there are labor laws in France that you cannot eat your lunch at your desk.
Oh, really?
Isn't that a good rule? I like that rule.
I feel like I never leave the desk.
Right, so you'd starve to death, right. So there's that, there's the food, there's the perfume, there's the art of seduction, and there's even the French intellect. So it's how to be French without having to go to France in case you can't get there.
Feel a little fancy?
Feel a little fancy, right.
Raw dog.
This is a little less fancy.
The naked truth about hot dogs.
This is the naked truth about hot dogs.
Very summerful.
And one could argue what's more American than a hot dog, but the truth is there's nothing in our roots that screams hot dog.
Isn't it German?
Yes, they don't come from here. Right. So this is a travel log really across the country tasting all the different hot dogs, all the different kinds, Nathan's hot dogs, you know, Oscar Mayer hot dogs, the different hot dog vendors. And how you can make inexpensive food, cost $15 by putting different regional stuff on it. You put avocado on it in California, you put chili and onions on it somewhere else. So summer just screams hot dog.
Yeah, Chicago has their own dog, and when I was in Seattle, they have a Seattle dog where they put cream cheese and the cooked onions. It's actually really good, especially at 2 a.m. Well, Rona, that's about all the time we have.
I don't need to know anymore.
Thank you so much for joining us and getting us all ready for summer.
Absolutely. Find something great to read and enjoy the summer.
And check out the bookmark at Neptune Beach. And if you'd like to see this interview again, of course, head to our website as well.